35-17, the final score today. Maryland gets the victory and bounces back after last week's tough loss, bad loss against Bowling Green. Gio, two big stories today. Caleb Rowe comes in, kind of Jekyll and Hyde. We talked about it in the booth. Throws for 4 TDs, but at the same time, throws for 3 interceptions. Randy Edsler, though, wasn't shy about his quarterback, saying what he needs to improve on.
Everybody wants to praise him because of the stats, but you know, when you look at the and he did some very good things out there, did some very good things. But as a quarterback, you can't throw 3 picks. Those picks led to their points, and some of the things in the huddle weren't as crisp as they needed to be. So as much as everything shows up on the stat sheet with the numbers, there's still a whole lot of things he's got to do to get better. And you know, we had opportunities to, you know, one of the interceptions wasn't his fault. One of that was a receiver that made the wrong read. But, you know, the other ones, I mean, here we're driving and we got a chance to go up even more, I don't know, 20-some points, and we throw the pick. And those are the things we can't have moving forward. So, but again, I thought he went in and made a lot of excellent throws, but we can't have those lapses that we had as we go and we move forward. And Caleb knows that. And again, all you can do as a coach is show that to him and go out and prepare during the week, and you hope he learns and he grows, you know, from it.
Big story from the defense last week was that they gave up 692 yards of total offense. Today, they cut that in more than half, only 300 yards given up to South Florida. Sean Davis with the big bounce back. What did you think of his performance today?
I thought he was absolutely fantastic. I think after coming off last week's, we'll call it dreadful performance against Bowling Green, I think he really stepped up. He really fixed his mistakes and looked like a completely different player out there this time. And when I talked to him, he said they're picking on me because I'm such a new guy, but he knows what to fix going into next week, and they're really, really confident about that border battle with West Virginia next week.
Sean is a guy, just like any athlete, you know, you don't play your best. You know, you want to make sure you go out and you redeem yourself and you work hard. And he didn't say a whole lot all week long. He went out there and worked and really started to focus and concentrate a little bit more on his fundamentals and technique. And, you know, give him credit. He put it behind him, came out and played better. You know, today had 2 picks. Thought he was a little bit more aggressive, you know, today. And again, I thought he really did some good things. And, you know, he was a guy that was an athlete that got challenged and he responded.
And next week, they're taking on West Virginia, so now the Terps move to 2-1, trying to get revenge for last year's tough loss here on the buzzer-beating field goal. 2 years ago, up in M&T Bank Stadium, they beat them 37-0, but now they got to go on the road to Morgantown and try to knock off West Virginia so they can come back here and face Michigan, and to open up the Big Ten regular season schedule 3-1. Next week, Gio, you'll be there with Matt President. First time in a while that WMUC Sports will be at a road game broadcasting for football, but we will be there. You excited?
Oh, I'm so excited. This is going to be a fun time, and especially with this stretch of the schedule coming up, really pumped up to see how the Terps respond and go forward in this brutal stretch of the Big Ten schedule coming up after this border battle. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm excited. I'm going as a fan. So again, final score today, 35-17. Terps get the win. Caleb Rowe, he'll be the starter for next week, we assume. But, again, could see Dax. I don't know.
Anything could happen. Anything could happen.
Thank you for joining us. And, Gio, we'll see you next week. You'll hear from him. Get all your information on the websites, WMUCsports.net. Megan Smedley will have the game story up for today. This is WMUC Sports.